I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls. And I know in the end, it's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken.
Well, what a game one that was. We are sorry for the abrupt problem we had with the stream. We've rectified that and we are ready to go for game 2. Prediction lines are open, so if you are in the chat right now, you can leave your predictions on who you think is going to win. If Paada is going to win 3-0, tell me Paada 3-0. If Mayweather is going to win 5-1, tell me Mayweather 5-1. I want correct score and correct score only. Before the 15th in-game minute mark, your prediction is valid and you could stand a chance of winning 20 Ghana cedis for our weekly giveaways. You're welcome to Ultimate Battle Game 2. If you want to catch Game 1, you can go back on the streams there. We had a very, very interesting Game 1, but we are ready now. Paada versus Mayweather Game 2. Going back on your screens, Game 1. Excellent action we saw from both of them. I mean, Mayweather, who definitely had more possession of the game, maybe you feel even more control of the game, just wasn't able to convert his chances. And my guest here, Big Ups, telling me he just had to take shots from outside the box. He felt like he was playing in kickoff mode. Maybe he wasn't too used to Ultimate Team game mode, but it just takes time, and maybe game 2 it could definitely give him the time to get back into the game. But we're ready now. Mayweather and Paada, kindly take us away for game 2. We are ready for all the action. Game 1 definitely giving us some thrills with just that goal. Paada leaving it late to Erling Haaland, pulling his way through the defense. Can he do same outfit with the jerseys? It is Mayweather in the blue of PSG. Paada picking up the away jersey, white, kicking from right to left. I've got my guest here, Big Ups, to help me with all the breakdown and the analysis of everything that happened in this game. Paada wants to start in the best way. Just under 2 minutes. That's the power of the TOTY card, just thundering that one into the back of the net. Hansen, well, would you call Hansen one of the best team of the year cards when you compare it to the likes of Mbappe and all the others that were in TOTY?
You know, if you actually ask me about some particular players, I think this FC24, my goats in this game is actually...
Well, speaking of TOTYs, there is another one, Kylian Mbappe. The two players making sure that their loan items are balling out. Hansen on the other end for Paada. And it didn't take Mayweather too long to respond. The Canvic Records Esports player making sure he's just not going to make this one slip away easily. This is the start that we wanted. This is the fire and the energy that game 2 has brought. Wow. What a start. And Paada trying to get the lead back. But I mean, incredible stuff already from these two guys.
You know, I'm actually hoping to see more of using of the play styles in this game too. Because unlike the first game, I didn't see any of the Triveles and the Finesse and all that. So I'm actually hoping to see more of the Triveles and Finesse in this second game.
Well, Big Ups. Speaking of what usually works in FC24, the Triveles into the finesse shots, maybe we might be seeing a lot more of that from these two guys. But you could tell that they are locked in, zoned in. The 15th minute mark, in-game minute mark is approaching. Leave your predictions now before it's too late. Who do you think wins this one? Who do you think wins game 2? Does Paada continue with the role, or is Mayweather going to answer back strongly? You can check our Twitter handle at Ultimate Battle, at Follow Alt Battle for all the updates there as well. Of course, our social media manager making you guys, giving you all the updates on our social media channels, on Twitter, of course, on X, and on Instagram as well. So you could head on to there for more of the updates as to what is happening on the grounds. But yeah, welcome to Ultimate Battle. If this is your first time watching, we stream esports action, gaming action, whatever you're into, we've got you covered. Today's SC24, we enjoy some brilliant stuff, and there could be more. And just like that, he's turned things around. This time it felt like he just got into the attack a little bit more quicker. And when Mbappe is there in those positions, there's nothing you can do to stop him. The Canvic Records esports player back in the mix. The stepovers from Ronaldinho. This time Mbappe smashing it far post Alisson. Yes, they have any answer for him, but that's more like it from Mayweather. You called for this, and it seems like he's answered.
You see, in the first game, if you actually notice, you could see he creates lots of dangerous attacks, but he couldn't actually convert those attacks. And I'm actually seeing more of 90% to 80% like converting goals in this second. And from the way he's actually attacking, I'm actually sure he's going to win this second.
Well, big ups putting utmost confidence in Mayweather. I mean, we've already seen what Mayweather could do when it's a kickoff mode, but of course, Ultimate Team, it's a different ball game, but it seems like he's understanding the ball game. That would have been a very quick turn that time. Ronaldinho getting away from the defense with all that pace to burn the Brazilian, and a very good position to add the third. Wow, that was quick. Mayweather definitely settling in the groove now. Paada has got to be wary of how dangerous this man is. Cantona on the other end that time. Van Dijk reading that very, very well and getting into the area. But I mean, I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. I mean, the first game was just the precursor to what we'll see in the second game. I feel like both of the guys are now more open and doing some incredible things so far. Wow. And just like that, Mayweather leading. Well, still early stages here. There's a lot of FC action to be played. Paada, who started the game ferociously, and Mayweather doing so well to just calm him down. Well, that's very, very important. Let me read a few of the predictions as we head into around the 30th end game minute mark. Gamers Guide says Paada 3, Mayweather 1. I'm sorry, but the prediction has just gone to the win now. Darling Boy says Paada 5-0. Another prediction away in there. So the prediction not really helping the boys so far, but there's a lot more chances. It's the best of 5 series, and of course we might even head to a game 5 today. Last week we only had 4 games due to Wonder Kids' dominance within that eFootball matchup against Prince Jefferson. Well, today is FC24 action, and we know how important game 1 victories are. Can Paada capitalize on that though? And this could be another opportunity for him, but well, maybe the shot selection from Neymar from that distance and from that angle, maybe not the best.
I think he had a lot of space in front of him, so I was actually expecting him to just use the control sprint and just move forward and give the extra pass. That was what I was actually hoping for. Yeah, wow, that was a nice corner. But I just thought they've nerfed this corner. You passing to your and you passing and also passing to your teammates.
Well, sometimes stuff that we feel doesn't work anymore actually can maybe just pull a surprise on your opponent, and maybe that was what Paada was trying to do, trying to catch Mayweather off guard, but unsuccessful on that occasion. Trezeguet for Yaya Toure just playing around that defense, trying to find those loopholes within Mayweather's defense, which we haven't seen too much. Paada winning the ball back now with Cantona. Can he bully him through with that straight? But maybe Cantona isn't like the Haaland we saw where he introduced them, but that's the usefulness of subs. I think it's another underrated part of, in fact, FC action. Sometimes you just wear out the players, use one constant player whose stamina has been drained, but look at the presence of Erling Haaland, what he did in game 1, and you could tell substitutions really count. Brilliant step over, and Green times it. Kylian Mbappe at the double for Mayweather. He's looking very unstoppable out there. And we say countless number of times how crazy step overs are this year. And Mayweather utilizing that one to perfection. Just look at that. Getting away from his man, shifting in the direction. And at that point, you just can't do anything to stop him.
You know, talking about a step over, you know, the most important thing about step overs is your exit point. If you actually saw the exit point, you know, he actually took the defender off guard. I think that's one thing that the most players will also look at. I mean, your exit point. Yeah, I think you have to be very creative with your exit point.
That was one of the features from last year, which I was very, would I say, impressed about from one of the players from Roots, right now Virtual Union Kennedy. He just had places to exit where he always had opportunities creating for himself, because once he exits into the space, you are done. And incredible stuff from Mayweather to also find the exit point and then just kill Paada with that goal. But the first half comes to an end with Mayweather up by 3-1 in a very commanding position now. Can he hold on to it? But you know, with Ultimate Battle, we always give you a chance, and it seems like we giving Mayweather a second chance has really done him a whole lot of good. Bouncing back in the second game now up by 3-1. Can he hold it though, or is Paada going to throw everything we've got? He's going to this one. Well, the substitution we're talking about has come. Erling Haaland has been introduced now. Do you think he might have that same impact that he did in game one?
I think he making a substitution at this time actually to me isn't the best, because you still have the defenders. They still have their stamina gauge and full and all that. Yeah, I think players like Haaland, to me, I think they are actually they actually have to be subbed when you really need a goal at the last minute. But then I think you have to be composed. It's just 2 goals lead. As at this time, I think you have to be composed and just create your build up and create your chance.
Well, maybe he's trying to probably use a different tactic this time. Maybe trying to go with air balls and maybe you capitalize on the strength that Erling Haaland has got. We'll see if that substitution pays off as we go into the second half. Mayweather sizzling and absolutely dominating this game so far. In terms of chance creation and everything, he did that in the first game and he's looking like need to do that once again. That time, more step overs. More stuff that Paada can handle.
You know, I think the pressure has actually gotten to Paada, because I was actually hoping he could actually get his composure and try to come up. He was just caught up and he was rushing with attacks and all that. And I mean, some of his part, you know, he's actually a skillful player, but in this game, I'm not really seeing, that of Paada.
Well, sometimes when the pressure of Ultimate Battle gets to you, it's extremely difficult to overcome. And it's not like Paada hasn't been on Ultimate Battle before, but maybe the pressure of him knowing that Mayweather has become an excellent player this year. Shout out to Canvic Records Esports. I mean, the scouting of the talent is absolutely top notch, and you've got to give credit to some of these esports teams. When you hear players who you haven't heard a lot from within the community just burst onto the scene like that, you just got to give them their kudos. And Mayweather surely making his team very, very proud and just stamping his authority all over this game. Hansen, Paada just made things a little bit more interesting. Yeah, Neymar, well, that's more like it. That's more like it from the Prime Lord Esports player. Could this be the road to a comeback for him? Down by 2 goals now. We are in a 6-goal thriller and we absolutely love it. That time, Hansen finding Neymar, but the step over there was just to wait for Mayweather to probably move the goalkeeper and then Paada to find the open shot.
You know, you can see Mayweather actually anticipated an extra pass, but you see that was very clever of Paada to come in with the step overs and exits on its right, and playing the first ball was I think was the best.
Well, surely sometimes when you're in front of goal, the mind games do work, and that time Paada beating Mayweather for the mind games division and also executing on the virtual pitch. It's 4-2 now. We are not done yet. We are nowhere done yet. There's still 38 game more minutes to be played in our game 2. Paada still can't find a way back, or is Mayweather just going to kill this one off, leading by 2-0. Well, 4-2 actually, up by 2-goal difference. Mbappe.
I think I'm going to see a comeback in this game. That's what I'm.
You could call that some poor defending decisions from Paada, but Mayweather surely capitalizing on that one and making it count.
Was he trying to pass the ball?
Well, sometimes in situations like that, you'd like to put yourself in the shoes of the one who's currently playing with all the pressure on him and the nervy moments like that. But just look at that. Van Dijk, he's got sole possession of the ball and Mayweather pouncing on him and winning the ball back. Just unfortunate for the Prime Note Esports player.
I think one thing about this game is you sometimes have to be very quick with your decision making. I don't know if he was actually trying to pass the ball to someone, but then I think he got pressured and he was actually. I really don't know what happened, but I think you really have to be very quick when it comes to decision making. Yeah.
Well, for all those who didn't pack a Team of the Year card, I am well and truly sorry. What I've seen today from the likes of Mbappe, Hansen, and co up front is just mind blowing. And even for me, who packed the Smith, I'm enjoying so much a weekend league and rivals. I must say, if you didn't pack one, I'm sorry you missed that. And even in fact, Renard at the back, defending wise, De Bruyne. I mean, every TOTY card this year was a blast, and I really did enjoy the promo. The only last part of the things where the Messi glitch came wasn't really interesting, but shout out to EA, they made things really fun within that mode. Renard, very good pass, well. Wow. Rolling back the years with the German cross. Reminding us that this one is not done yet. Some brilliant stuff from Paada to get him right back into the game. Now, German cross, we haven't seen a lot of that this year, but it seems like he just caught Mayweather off guard.
That's one thing Mayweather didn't actually expect. You see, I think this year, I think you don't really expect much of German crosses this year, and I've not really seen much of pro players actually, abusing the German cross meta yet. But you could really tell Mayweather didn't really expect it. It came from nowhere. He actually didn't expect it. I also didn't even expect.
Well, this goal might just be a lifeline for him to bounce back. But Mayweather, the dominance, the control he's got over this game, you just don't feel like he can't give up this lead. But that's the beauty of esports and the unpredictability that it comes with. We are in for a very long ride, but it feels like Paada at the moment at the back, he's just not as stable as he was earlier in game one, and there's a lot of pressure on him now to be able to defend well. Trezeguet, Mayweather now taking some time off the clock, just finding the perfect passes at the right moment, not rushing into anything. Well, that time gives the ball away cheaply, and Paada can make him pay on the counter. If he scores a goal now, well, surely he's putting a lot of pressure on Mayweather. Neymar with the ball to create more space. That time the reverse elastico, very important skill move to use. We speak about skill moves a lot, and then you adding it to your game, but just knowing where to use them is just brilliant. My word, my favorite goal of the day so far. The subtle touch from Hansen. Speaking of what the TOTY card can do, what composure to do that. The confidence to do that when you are 2 goals down is just top stuff from him. A bit fortunate with the bounce there, Maldini losing it out, but with the goalkeeper rushing on you like that, maybe a lot more players will go for the short cancel or the poor rule. But the effrontery, in fact, the guts to do that with the goalkeeper rushing on you is top class.
I think there's this announcement I would like to put out there. I think if you really don't know, I think about 2 or 3 days ago there was an update. Yeah, and if you actually took notice of what was being updated, I think it was actually the chip shot. Yeah, so I think it's kind of an overpowered shot now. Yeah, where 1v1 in 1v1 cases, when you actually use the chips and the chip shot, it's actually overpowered. Yeah, and you really you stand a high chance of converting the ball. Yeah.
Well, for those that don't read the pitch notes when the update comes, Big Ups giving us a little bit more insight that the chip shot seems like has been introduced. Paada reminding us of that one as well. Hansen with a subtle touch, just giving him a chance to be able to come back. Well, 10 minutes to go now. Paada, I'm sure he's going to throw everything he's got at this one. We are probably going to see some constant pressure coming in, maybe a manual team press coming in, but Mayweather will have to try to hold on and play key ball at this point. Tries to go to the byline. Excellent move from Ronaldinho. Neymar sends the run of Ronaldinho and just beats him with that run.
I actually predicted, there's actually going to be a comeback, right? So it's now 5-4. It's just a one goal difference.
So you maybe feel like it's on the cards. Well, here comes Paada winning the ball back with Neymar. Sends the run of Haaland. Is he going to be the hero once again? Beats him with the stretch. Paada! Crucial block at the back. The defending top notch from Mayweather, reading that very, very well, because if that shot had probably approached the goalkeeper, we might have a screaming goal here. 4 minutes to go now. Paada, it has to be perfect from here on now, but gives the ball away cheaply, and Mayweather could seal it off. Mbappe on the 10 with the strength, wins the ball back. The header from Neymar just being beaten by the defenders, and Paada will have another crack at the equalizer with Hansen. Well, another misplaced pass. The pressure may be getting to the Prime Lord Esports man a bit. Maybe that could have been the pass that gave him the final opportunity at the time. Just keeps running out. The Canvic record Esports man surely going to take every minute he's got off the clock now. Mayweather twisting and turning. Mbappe. 2 minutes to go now for Paada. Mayweather to seal it off with Ronaldinho. Block shot from Van Dijk. Paada has the final opportunity to go at the defense with Haaland in the pass. You have to be perfect in the execution, but what a thriller of a game. A game which we felt was done and dusted at the dying moments. Gave us one to savor from. Give us one to remember. I haven't seen loads of games which we've enjoyed like this, but that's what Ultimate Battle is all about. The game ending with the Canvic Record Esports player bouncing back with a huge win to settle the score on the aggregate scoreline. So it's now a game apiece for the best of 5 scoreline. We'll go for another break and a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with some more action as we head into game 3 of our best of 5 series.
Like I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls, and I know in the end's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all.
The intensity just going up a notch now with that thriller in game 2. Prediction lines are open, and we remind you, if you want to stand a chance of winning a 20 CDs giveaway, you could predict who you think is winning this one. If Paada is going to win 2-1, you tell me Paada 2-1. If Mayweather is going to win 3-0, you tell me Mayweather 3-0. I want correct score, and correct score only till the 15th in-game minute mark. Your prediction is valid as we start game 3. Paada wants to mimic how game 2 started, but that time a standoff with the skill moves. Then sometimes when you change the skill moves like that, you could just freeze up a bit with Mayweather doing very, very well to read that one for Paada. What a big win from that time Mbappe, as the ball roll just can't get around the goalkeeper, but brilliant start already into game 3. Both guys wanting to be in the win column. Maldini. Chance not go from the corners. Mayweather tries to recycle with Mukiele. Well, that pass not the best on the occasion, but what a fiery start game 3 has had. And I mean, if you did enjoy game 2, I'm sure you have to grab your popcorn for game 3, because I just sense that we might have an even more intense game with the ending of game 2. Paada looking a bit more alive now, even though he started game 2 in the best possible way. Just the end in the same fashion for him. It's not usually about how you start, but how you finish an ultimate battle. Even though we give you loads of chances to right your wrongs, you've got to finish it well. Well, excellent driven pass from Mbappe there, but that time not being able to do that. And I wanted to speak on that opportunity that Mayweather just created. He had the space with Mbappe, but just couldn't get to him with a normal pass. Tell us the importance of driven passes this year. Is it as good as it was previous years ago? Because I know with your game, it featured a lot of driven passes, but just dancing in the area. Mayweather. Wow.
I think driven passes is one of the meta passes in this game. I think I got to know driven passes. I knew it 2021, but it wasn't that useful to me. But I think it became meta to me 2022. So I think it's still intact. Yeah. So I mean, if you don't play driven passes, I think you are actually losing it. They are much part. They are most. I mean, if myself I'm playing, most of my passes they are all driven passes.
Well, if you've got the driven passes in your locker, you surely got another pep to your game. Well, you could just catch your opponent off guard with those driven passes, and I like that one from Mayweather, even though on that occasion he wasn't able to execute. The prediction lines have been closed now. The only guy who predicted was Gamer's Guide, who says Paada is going to win by 5-3. Well, Gaming Canvic says Mayweather with 5 goals. 5 goals. Is he going to win 5-0, or is Paada going to score some? We'll see how that one pans out, but yeah, welcome to Ultimate Battle. If this is your first time here, kindly subscribe to the channel. We are Ultimate Battle, an esports streaming platform from Ghana where we do every genre of game. What are you into? Ultimate Battle has got you covered. You can leave a like on the stream as well. Helps a lot with the algorithm on YouTube. Just a way of supporting Ultimate Battle, just to keep us going this year. We are going non-stop this year. We're bringing you back-to-back content from everything you love in the world of gaming. Cutbacks. Maybe a little bit nerfed this year. I feel like I'm a big cutback guy, so when I tell you it's a little bit nerfed and you haven't been playing the game, you have to believe me. It works sometimes, but maybe not at the start of the game. It was working every time, but now I think they've nerfed it a bit, and not all the cutbacks work. And that time Mayweather's cutback stopped in its tracks. Cantona, brilliant sequence of passing. Wow, I'm so surprised by Paada not actually taking the shot there when he had the space. You've done so well to create the space, and I'm sure he'll be gutted that he just wasted that really glorious opportunity. Did so well to create the space, but when he had it, maybe panicked a bit and was unable to capitalize on it. He's got another chance here with Cantona, just in an offside position as we hit the 30th game and then mark the game. Now settling down a bit with no goal scored so far.
I think with the chance he had, I think it was actually a controller setting issue. Yeah, he just checked, and you could see the settings just switched to it switched from alternate to classic.
Well, I'm seeing a few of the chats coming in. Montana says who the leader, beg right now there. It'll be 1-1. Paada picking up the victory in game 1 with that 1-0 victory. That last minute winner from Erling Haaland, giving him that win in that game up. Mayweather responding very well with that 5-4 victory in game 2. So we're in our third game, currently 1-1 in the series. Darling Boy says, Charlie, I just watched Parker in video. He said the whole Ghana. Hey, Parker said the whole Ghana. Oh, but it might be Mayweather who could give him some problems as he just gets that first goal of the game. Great start once again. That time over the top for Neymar, and finds the options with Ronaldinho. Speaking of the Brazilians up front, every single year in FC, the Brazilians are meta. This time, 2 Brazilians, old and new, combining, and that's the beauty of Ultimate Team, making things happen. Mayweather making no mistake on that occasion, and Paada just putting himself in this kind of situation. Well, sometimes you can't help yourself. Mayweather too good to stop on offense, and he's just feeling the pressure now. Paada, has he got it in him to respond? I haven't seen too many of the Ultimate Battle games where usually when you win your first game, you're actually going to lose the series. So maybe this might be a first year. We'll see if Mayweather can keep on with the intensity. Alexander Arnold with that player look that time coming from Paada. Well, that time unable to execute to full perfection. As Mayweather on the turn now, Mbappe, the ball to create the space was just lovely to watch. Marlin with a step over SB's the defender. Ball roll, one of the easiest skill moves to execute. And I must say, right now I wouldn't call it underrated because a lot of people do it now. So it's rightly rated. And you can't call it overrated any point in time because it just creates a space for you, whether you want to get into the passing lane, whether you want to just use it for a normal dribble, or maybe a ball into a trivela, ball into finesse. It's just rightly rated. And if you've not got it in your game, I don't know what you are doing, please. And if you are playing FC24 and you don't use the ball rule, you do it back. That's what I have for you. You really do it back. Very, very essential move to have in your locker. But just tell us if someone asks you, what are the 3 go-to skill moves in FC24, and what are your 3 go-to ones? What are you telling them? Are you a Magidi spin cancel kind of guy? Are you an elastical kind of guy? Are you a reverse elastical kind of guy? What works for you?
I'm actually more of a reverse elastical player. Yeah. So, and I mean, in the basic one, as we all know, the stakeholders. Yeah. I think if you don't know anything out, I mean, not a step over and elasticals and reverse elastical.
I think those ones are very, very key, and where to use them are very important. As Mayweather finishing that first half on the high with our only goal in our 3rd game so far. Will we see Paada go back to the Norwegian who has been doing damage up front? Will we see that change from Erling Haaland come right now? But if you are kindly on the stream watching us and you're enjoying, kindly leave a like on the stream. Very, very important to us. If you haven't subscribed already, kindly do so. You can hit that bell for all the post notification as well. So when we go live, we don't need to tell you. You'll be notified by YouTube, and then you can come on live and enjoy the action. Ultimate Battle Season 5, which is brought to you by the VGA Esports Show Game Analyst. We've got, of course, Letty Arts also coming on board to make this one happen. Esports Association of Ghana and the Beast from Kenya also coming together to make this one happen. Ultimate Battle, we are enjoying all the action.
You know, I'm not seeing more of the control sprint and all that. I just saw Mayweather do a substitution, which is what's his name, Bruno. I think he's one of the few players who has a relentless play style. I mean, it's very difficult for them to actually get tired. They really
relentless. Maybe I think Bellingham also has relentless.
Yes, yeah. He does. So I think you subbing him at this time, I think it's actually not advisable because
you spoke of control sprint, and I saw Loris also said control sprint is typing. Well, maybe if we see a lot more control sprint from these guys, they might be able to break the defense down a lot more. But the reason why I love Ultimate Battle and the days that we position is I've kept saying this. It really helps a lot of guys in weekend league and of course in loads of games because you actually learn a lot from these guys, and I really did learn a lot from the past season. So if you're enjoying Ultimate Battle and you're learning from there, you can tell me in the chat. Wow! The sequence, the composure to just knock it around, the extra pass. Big ups, hinting on the keyword there, the extra pass. Finding Ronaldinho, but the extra pass from Neymar, well, takes him up 2-0 now, setting himself apart. Paada in hot waters now, well, in a very troublesome position because it feels like Mayweather stamping his print all over this game, and we know when he's got the lead, it's so difficult to break him down now. I'm sure Paada, he's witnessed firsthand how good Mayweather is, and of course he's wary of all the danger that he poses, but if you can't do anything about it, I can't blame you. Paada in a very big position now. You have to mount a very huge comeback going into the final 40-ish minutes in our final minutes of game 3. Ultimate Battle, where game week 1 we brought to you that matchup between Wonder Kid and Prince Jefferson. Even if you don't like what you're seeing on your screens now and you're an eFootball guy, you can go onto Ultimate Battle on YouTube, Ultimate Battle GG, and then just watch our past stream eFootball action between Prince Jefferson and Wonder Kid, which was just excellent to watch. If you're an FC24 guy, then surely this is the stream for you. You've enjoyed what we've seen so far from both of these guys. We called for it so many times. And the Trivela comes on hand and gives him a lifeline. Can he mount another comeback? We saw him do that in game 2. But he just didn't have it in him to go all the way. Will it be a different story now? Neymar got into that position and didn't think too much. Once he had the ball there, just with the Trivela. Now with the Trivela, lots of people have been asking questions. What is the best way to do the Trivela? Is it the ball into the Trivela or what we just saw? One-time Trivela.
The ball into the Trivela. I think that's the best. Come on, borrow in the Trivela. I mean, you can actually give the one-time, but it's in most cases, I think you don't really stand a higher chance of you converting it into a goal. But I think with the borrow, I think you stand. I think
maybe it just gives you a better angle, I feel. But sometimes the angles are just made that you don't need the borrow, and just what we saw there, Neymar converting that chance as Paada working his way straight right back into the game. We have a tie on our hands now. Remember, the series is tied 1-1. Paada who picked up the victory early, but Mayweather. Well, one thing you can't say about Mayweather's game is he's going to create chances. It's just about finishing them, and he's created loads of these.
Now with this chance, I can boldly say that this overcomposed.
We speak of composure, I beg I'm saying maybe it was just overcomposed on that occasion, but sometimes it just happens. Wow, Lawrence, I've seen you in the chat say Mayweather nice fix game. I beg Mayweather not fix any game. Serious game he dey play for here. When we switch out the camera on Mayweather's face, you see the seriousness with which he's playing. That's how serious Canvic Records Esports team is.
You know they love saying.
We're having a good time here on Ultimate Battle. You know how we do it. This and every Friday, bringing you the best of esports action. And today, we've got SC24 action between two of the topmost teams in the country at the moment. Prime Lords Esports player Paada, who's down by 2-1 against Canvic Records Esports player Mayweather, who's on some top form. Mbappe, surely no one's going to catch him. Can he seal off the deal? And he replies him. What? You've heard the screams from the studio. Huge opportunity to make it 3, and Mayweather himself can't believe it's missed. That's why in situations like this, how people want to go safe, play safe and then shoot. Because even sometimes with the ball we can sell you out, but that time the chip shorty with Big Up said, should we blame Big Up for this one? Maybe when he told us about the updates with chip shot, maybe Mayweather hit him and was like, okay, let me listen to the Play Province Pro, maybe his tactics might work, and tried to chip the goalkeeper and missed it.
I just can't believe my eyes. My mouth is widely open. I just can't believe what just happened. How can Mbappe, 97 Mbappe miss this chance? Wow.
EA Sports, it's in the game. We're enjoying the game too. Yeah, they come once again. Mayweather, he's just not going to stop anytime soon. That's what I mean. You've got to admire about his game. Even with the chances that he keeps on missing, he's creating more. And it just tells you he is an offensive juggernaut. But Paada could make a pay. Trying to reply him with a chip shot. What's happening with these chip shots now? We are seeing them a lot. That time Haaland bullying his way through the defense and creating an opportunity on his own. Paada on the 10. Erling Haaland with a step over, a bit slow to finish that
please,
one.
Please, an advice. Please, don't listen to me again. The chip shot. Please don't listen to me again.
Well, we're heading into the final 10 minutes of the game. And in our past few games, we have had some really nervy moments ending, and I've enjoyed every minute of this one. I hope you have too. Mbappe for Mayweather to maybe seal it off. He's got the options. That ball ricochets into Neymar's path with the 10, and surely that one is going to be a penalty. Huge penalty that goes into Mayweather's favor from 12 yards. Can he seal it off? And I think there's no argument about this penalty. Trent Alexander-Arnold definitely hacks down his opponent, and I'm sure Paada will be kicking himself. But Mayweather, has he got the confidence to step up and make it 3? Mbappe, TOTY to seal the deal, scores. Just what he wanted, just what he was looking for. Mayweather gets the 3rd on the day. And he's on his way to turning this whole series around and to be leading in the series for the first ever time today. Mbappe slotting that one coolly. And the mind games with this year's penalty shootout is for a goalkeeper, if your opponent plays it down right, you've got to dive down right. So the mind games is crazy this year.
I think this year, penalty. Saving the penalty is one of the most difficult things in this game. I think, come on, with the directions, you have the top corner, you have the middle, and you have the down corner, and you have lots
of options for you. So sometimes even when you play through the middle, you have a lot of people say, why do you play through the middle? There are lots of more options there. But that time, Mayweather playing it safe, picking a spot, and beating Paada on the occasion. Surely on his way now to seal the deal. Alexander Arnold for Paada, trying to salvage something before the final whistle goes into Haaland. Has the option of the extra pass. Oh, there is a goal to maybe mount a comeback, but maybe it might just be too late. Hansen, she was at the right place, and Paada getting a goal back. But we are headed into stoppage time. It just looks like, it might just be too late. Paada left it a bit too late, like he did in game 2. Deja vu stuff we are seeing now.
Like some burn prediction cast too. So I said 3-1.
The predictions, very, very interesting in the chat. Wow. What a game we've just witnessed. And Paada now throwing everything he's got this one time. Definitely not on his side. As the 2 minutes are up, Mayweather seals the deal. He overturns it on the series scoreline and makes it 2-1. What a game. Surely a very big win for Mayweather. And in our next game, he could seal the victory. Well. It's just been incredible stuff from here on out. If you just joined, kindly subscribe to the channel. We go for another break, and when we are back, probably the most important game of the day so far. Paada, do you have another win in you, or is Mayweather going to seal the deal? We'll take a break, and we'll have all those answers to all those questions.
I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls, and I know in the end gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I was born just for this moment.
We are getting to an extremely critical point here. Welcome back from our quick break. We are heading into a crucial game 4. Prediction lines are open. In game 3, it seems no one was able to win the predictions, right? I saw a 3-2 prediction, but I came a bit late. That was from, I think, Lawrence. But I came a bit late, so yeah. We'll be heading into our 4th game with some big questions to ask of the Prime Lot Esports player. Can Paada, does Paada have another win in him? Because it feels like Mayweather is just on a roll at this point. Currently, Mayweather is leading the series by 2-1. And the previous game we just ended, Mayweather picking up that victory 3-2, and just without penalty sealing the deal. Top stuff from the Canvic Records Esports player. That's composure at its best, and with all the pressure that it comes with Ultimate Battle, I feel like it's the best platform for you to make all your mistakes and just go back to the drawing board and then make it count. Mayweather kicks off our game 4 now. Crucial one. Can he seal the deal? Can he turn it around? Will he be one of the very few guys to have lost his game 1 and actually win the whole thing? We find out within the next 90 in-game minutes. Prediction lines are open. Who do you think wins this one? Till the 15th in-game minute mark, you could tell us who you think wins this one via correct scoring. Could stand a chance of winning 20 Ghana cedis. We are into game 4 now. Big ups. How excited are you for game 4? And who do you think might just pip this one? Do you think Paada has it in him to maybe get another victory on board?
I think I'm actually predicting 4-1 from him. Yeah, I think from right from the beginning of the game, I told you he created lots of dangerous attacks more than Paada did. So I think not that Paada is not creating it. He's creating chances, but then the dangerous attacks are from Mayweather.
From Mayweather's side, and I mean it's coming more frequently from Mayweather as well. Paada will surely have to do better in that department that time, creating the angle and the space. But with how great Van Dijk is at the back, in fact, this year when the game came out, almost everybody had gold Van Dijk, and he was just top class. And at this point, you could even still use him. Van Dijk, surely one of the best defenders out there in the game, and if you've got a TOTY card, then surely you're going to bully your way through everybody. Toure for Marlin. Mayweather now stretching his stuff. You don't need to be told twice that this guy can't score goals. Mayweather on a roll now, and Paada seeming to just have no answer for him. This goal came a bit easy for me. Just taking his time, finding the passes in the area, and not over complicating things like we said earlier. Finding the space and then getting the shot away.
You know. I think one thing I've actually studied about this game. I mean, you mostly have to be direct. I mean, unlike the 23, you could actually dance in the 18 balls, but then I think with this game you really have to be more direct when you're inside the 18 balls. Yeah.
Well, we called for more direct plays from Mayweather, and he's delivered. He's firing on all cylinders now, making things extremely difficult for Paada to handle now. Well, the pressure cooker is just blowing off its handle. Paada in an extremely tight spot. I know I said earlier that he was in hot waters. This time, the water they burn. Down by a goal to nil in the series, down 2-1, on the verge of just losing this whole thing. But this is where champions are made. Ultimate battle is where you could prove to everybody that even when you're down and out, you still give yourself a chance. We'll see if the Prime Lord Esports man has it in him to just give us one last ride. Ronaldinho, that time from Modric. Paada knocking at the door vehemently now with Neymar. Hansen on the turn, the step over is playing some really quick passes to catch the defense off guard. But Mayweather that time very alert to the danger, getting in the lane to block that shot. Prediction lines have been closed now. Let me read the predictions which are valid. Gamers Guide says Paada is going to win 3-2. Well, so you're expecting Paada to go for the comeback. Well, that'd be interesting. We see Lamar says Mayweather wins 3-1. Big ups. Big ups already saying that Mayweather is going to win 4-1. Jesse also predicting that Mayweather is going to pick the victory 3-2. So I think now everybody has understood that there will be goals galore. So we'll surely be enjoying the goals. Maybe probably a 5-goal fill up, seeing a lot of guys 4-1, 3-2. We'll see how that goes. We'll see who has the majority of the goals in this one. And we've already had our first one of our game through via Canvic Records Mayweather. Hansen for Neymar, very good turn from Paada. That time the stop. It just feels like when the offense becomes stagnated a bit, it's difficult for Paada to weave his way through, and it just gives a lot more time for Mayweather to figure out what he wants to do.
You know, as I said earlier, I mean, you really have to be more direct. You know, the fake shot stop wasn't really necessary at that point. So, I mean, any good defender is actually going to. No one will go for you for that. I mean, fake shot, nobody goes good for it.
Well, big ups telling us how difficult it is to actually get into that fake stop. It just reminds me of FIFA 2021 days where fake stop into Coqueta was the meta, but those are the days gone. We are into a new year now, new iteration of the game FC24 where it's control, sprint, step overs, and inshallah you've got to have those in your locker and just do more with the Treveles and co. Modric, Cantona, Paada knocking at the door now, and every time he's got options in the box it almost feels like he's got the chance. Just unlucky though, comes off of that post, but Mayweather, who just kind of settled into a defensive shape, would have to start waking up, because it feels like Paada is not going to let sleeping dogs lie in this one, and that's the effort we need from him. Show us that you still got it in you. Ronaldinho though, from Neymar, from Mayweather's camp, maybe a second goal to cool things off a bit, just kill off Paada's momentum. He's got the opportunity now with Ronaldinho looking for the car back. We've said how dangerous it is now, it being nerfed and it being more difficult to score from, as Mayweather recycles in a very good position. Donyell Malen stopped in his tracks. But I mean, some beautiful sequences we've seen already so far. Aggressive defending sometimes is just the best that we've seen. How brilliantly Paada able to win the ball back on the occasion. De Bruyne has the ability to pick the pass and finds Robertson. Well, since the run of De Bruyne as well that time.
I'm not seeing more of De Bruyne. Is he really in the game? Is this actually the De Bruyne we saw Levy using? I mean, with the left finesse and all that.
The team of the year, De Bruyne, surely one of those crack cars, but he's just been quiet a bit. Maybe Paada unable to unlock the potential that the Belgian has got in that midfield. A bit quiet, as Big Up said earlier. And Mayweather kindly on top of this game, leading by that goal to now. I mean, the response from Paada has been commendable, we should say. But the final whistle for our first half going a bit shortly now. Neymar finesse from way outside. Alisson holds on to that, and Mayweather 45 minutes away from sealing the deal here on Ultimate Battle in week 2. In week 1 we saw Wonder Kid do that, but even for him, he did what we usually see on Ultimate Battle. What Mayweather is about to do is unheard of. We haven't seen it too many times. When you lose your first game and come back to win the series, that stops stuff. But Paada is in his way. Paada surely not going to make this one an easy one for Mayweather as we head into the half of game 4. What a sequence it has been so far. Both guys are trying to tweak those formations, but we are ready for our second 45 minutes. I'm looking for it a big 45 minutes from Paada. I think it's at this point where you know it's do or die time now. Go into your best attacking formation and just throw everything you've got at this one. And if you're going to go into maybe not constant pressure at this point, but maybe pressure after possession loss, where you want to put on some press and just make Mayweather pay for all those missed chances that he has got in that first half, and just put a lot more pressure on the Canvic Records Esports man, and maybe hey, chances go open, spaces go open. We saw him create a very good chance there, but it just came off that post. Gunter, Neymar, Mayweather. When he gets in positions like these, we've been reminded of how dangerous it can be. Trezeguet that time tried to lay off into Ronaldo, was in a very promising position, but just couldn't make it work. Neymar once again. FC24 this year, I feel if you are conversant with your attacking patterns, you can't score loads of goals, and we've seen Mayweather being able to create those attacking patterns really well, and that have just caused too many problems for Paada, who has been unable to deal with them. Haaland into the one we spoke of there, De Bruyne. Good effort that time. The Trivela just over the top of the post, but you feel like it's coming now. You feel like it's coming now. Paada putting a lot more pressure. I'm seeing heats going on in the chat. Paul Bindley says right now you'll be the best in Ghana. Keep it up. Speaking of Canvic Records, well, surely up there with the best in Ghana. And Mayweather demonstrating what they call the 99 demons. Gaming Canvic, what's the motto for this year? I know last year it was a lot more 99 demons. This year, what is the motto? Tell me in the chat so I tell everybody.
100 battalions. 100 battalions.
Interesting. But Canvic Records Esports was on an absolute tear last year. I mean, you could call last year a year where they just kind of told everybody how good they were and their player. Just emphasizing on that statement. The cutback this time around works and he goes up 2-0. Great stuff for Mayweather. Ronaldinho has the options of finding Mbappe. We've got TOTY Mbappe. Don't think too much when it comes there. They're shooting one time. Canvic Record says this year the motto is African chefs. They are definitely cooking today. And it feels like Mayweather is already on a cookathon with how this year has gone so far from him. I mean, I've been really impressed with this guy so far. I'll have to speak to him later. If Accra Esports Week was his first major tournament, then that was brilliant, because getting to the final, getting through all of those top players, the final was definitely not an easy feat. Maybe the Coca-Cola tournament wasn't the best from him by his standards that he set for himself with his first tournament. My word, Mayweather, making the money rain on Ultimate Battle now, just setting himself apart from Paada now, and it looks like all hope might just be lost for the Prime Lord Esports. So speaking of how impressed I am with Mayweather's growth and the potential this guy has, just watch out for him. FC24 this year, I feel like he's got big things coming. He's got big things in the pipeline, and surely Canvic Records adding this guy to bolster their roster has just been incredible. And I mean, they've got some huge talent on their roster as well.
You know, I think I just saw something. I don't really know if Renat's card is actually the TO2. Come on, you know, you could actually see how she stood there and allowed Marlon to take the shot. Come on, I don't know if he was trying to give a body shot or I don't really know. With the TOTY, I mean, card, I'm actually expecting her to, I mean, come up with more of anticipating, defending, all that. Yeah.
The potential for this year in competitive modes within the FC community is just crazy. I mean, I'm looking forward to more tournaments. What we've seen already has just been brilliant stuff with the roster that Canvic Records puts out. When he sends the likes of Mayweather, the likes of Troyes, but the likes of Montana, the likes of Mbappe, OG Drizzy to tournaments, you know that you're in for one hell of a task, and one of them is surely going to make some noise. So yeah, they've got an impressive roster. And with this year, the Esports World Cup coming up, I just advise everybody who's in an esports team to just put out their best and keep supporting esports in Ghana. The train is moving really quickly, and if you want to join, just hit any of these teams up, whether it's Canvic Records, whether it's Play Province, Prime Lord Esports, or kindly in your picture with Paada, whether it's Roots Esports, Virtual Union, just hit any of them up on their social media handles, and they'll surely give you a chance to just participate. Big things are coming this year. The things in the pipeline, we'll be telling you all about them, but Ultimate Battle has got you covered. We'll be giving you all the insights, all the info here. Paada with a shaky one in the box, just didn't get the fortunate bounce, but the game now looking like a done deal for Mayweather. But big ups, I'll to get your thoughts on this one. Last year, arguably one of your best years last year. Do you feel like this year there's even more competition with the likes of Mayweather springing into sites now? Do you feel like there's a lot more competition now and you have to do a lot more to maybe keep your top spot?
Oh yeah, I think this year, I mean, you could actually tell from previous tournaments we've even played with, you could actually tell from those tournaments that lots of people have actually learned the game, and there are lots of people who, I mean, at first, if you know you're actually meeting these opponents, you're actually going to have an easy win. You are not going to have it this time yet. So I think there's I mean, more players, or I mean, we actually have to up our game now.
Well, speaking of upping their games, I'm sure Mayweather would have listened to all that, and I like that stuff from the Canvic Records esports players. Just you being poised and improving yourselves every single time. And I mean, a lot of players around across the country are doing that, and the shift from the old gen to the new gen has just been excellent. I mean, when if you're in the esports scene for a few years back, you met the likes of Wonder Kid, Sule, your guy Kobe's, your Carlos. In fact, Carlos still in the system, so we can't call him an old gen yet. Maybe a mixed breed of the two. You've got your Carlos, your Kelvin. In fact, all the old guys who were brilliant, maybe we'll call them fading off a bit. Wonder Kid still stubborn in the system, but I mean, the new gen the new gen just giving us hope that esports can go far within the FC community, and I'm excited for what the future holds for us. Just keep going. Any esports athletes in the chat or in the stream kindly watching me live, keep the fire burning. There's big things coming for esports, and Mayweather giving us hope that Ghana could get there. I know this year FC Pro Ladder wasn't the best for us, but I mean, we'll go back to the drawing board and come back harder as this game about to come to an end. Routine victory. I'm seeing no one picking up the prediction victory as Mayweather seals the deal for tonight. He is tonight's ultimate battle winner in his debut. Makes a statement of intent as the game finally comes to an end. Mayweather. Wow. I'm seeing people in the studio tell him to smile, but hey, that's his game face. He's had it the whole day, and I have seen some smiles from the Canvic Records Esports player.
Canvic says no smile at all.
Well, the African chefs were in the kitchen today. Mayweather came to our kitchen and absolutely cooked. Congratulations to Paada, who had an excellent start picking up that victory in game 1, but it just wasn't meant to be. Congratulations to Mayweather. You are an Ultimate Battle champion. We'll see you later sometime for maybe Ultimate Battle Seasonal Championship. But what an incredible day has been. I definitely enjoyed all the action. Stay tuned next week, same time. We'll have more action. Big us want some final words before we go away.
Charlie, I'm seeing some bars for the chat inside though. Chop better to Jesus. Mayweather, I'm a Paada. Hey Charlie. Hey Charlie, boys get bars so. Hey. I see someone to say Mayweather they raise Prada.
Hey Charlie. Wow. It seems like definitely everybody had a good time. If you're looking for more of this good time, you know where to find it. It's on Ultimate Battle on GG on YouTube. It's on Ultimate Battle on Instagram. It's on Follow Alt Battle on X or Twitter. And then you could definitely join in the fun. But from myself, big ups, and here, everybody on the Ultimate Battle crew, we say a big thank you to everybody who joined today. Once again, congratulations to Canvic Records Esports Mayweather for continuing this incredible pursuit of greatness in FC24. Commiserations to Paada. Well played today. Just wasn't meant to be. Incredible stuff we've seen from them. For myself and everybody here, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined the stream. And of course, next week we'll be back with more action. Stay tuned. Ultimate Battle. We are going bigger, better this year. Thank everybody for joining. We're out for today.
I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls. And I know in the end it's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls. And I know in the end it's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls. And I know in the end's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. Like I was born just for this moment. I feel like this isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna own it. Give me the trophies, the round of applause. They gonna know me, I sound the alarm. I run through fire, I break through the walls. And I know in the end's gonna be me standing tall. You feel that pressure? I know it's for me. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I want the glory. Yeah, I want it all. I was born just for this moment.
Mayweather making the money rain on Ultimate Battle now, just setting himself apart from Paada now, and it looks like all hope might just be lost for the Prime Lord Esports. So speaking of how impressed I am with Mayweather's growth and the potential this guy has, just watch out for him. SC24 this year, I feel like he's got big things coming. He's got big things in the pipeline, and surely Canvic Records adding this guy to bolster their roster has just been incredible. And I mean, they've got some huge talent on their roster as well.
You know, I think I just saw something. I don't really know if
the cutback this time around works, and he goes up 2-0. Great stuff from Mayweather. Ronaldinho has the options of finding Mbappe. We've got T.O.T.Y. Mbappe and Paada seeming to just have no answer for him. This goal came a bit easy for me. Just taking his time, finding the passes in the area, and not over complicating things like we said earlier. Finding the space and then getting the shot away.
You know, I think one thing I've actually studied about this game, I mean, you mostly have to be direct. I mean, unlike the 23, you could actually dance in the 18 ball, but then I think with this game, you really have to.
And the Trivela comes on hand and gives him a lifeline. Can he mount another comeback? We saw him do that in game 2. But he just didn't have it in him to go all the way. Will it be a different story now? Neymar got into that position and didn't think too much once he had the ball there, just with the Trivela. Now with the Trivela, lots of people have been asking questions. What is the best way to do the Trivela? Is it the ball into the Trivela or what we just saw? One-time Trivela.
The ball into the Trivela. I think that's the best. Come on, ball into the Trivela.
Posa to just knock it around the extra pass. Big ups. Hinting on the key word there. The extra pass. Finding Ronaldinho, but the extra pass from Neymar, well, takes him up 2-0 now, setting himself apart. Paada in hot waters now, well, in a very troublesome position because it feels like Mayweather stamping his print all over this game, and we know when he's got the lead, it's so difficult to break him down now. I'm sure Paada, Mayweather, who could give him some problems as he just gets that first goal of the game. Great start once again. That time over the top for Neymar. And finds the options with Ronaldinho. Speaking of the Brazilians up front, every single year in FC, the Brazilians are meta. This time, two Brazilians, old and new, combining. And that's the beauty of Ultimate Team, making things happen. Mayweather making no mistake on that occasion, and Paada just putting himself in this kind of situation. Well, sometimes you can't help yourself. Mayweather too good to stop on offense, and he's just feeling the pressure now. Pass. Reminding us that this one is not done yet. Some brilliant stuff from Paada to get him right back into the game. Now, German cross, we haven't seen a lot of that this year, but it seems like he just caught Mayweather off guard.
You know, that's one thing Mayweather didn't actually expect. You see, I think this year, I think you don't really expect much of German crosses this year, and I've not really seen much of pro players actually, abusing the German cross meta yet. But you could really tell Mayweather didn't really expect it. It came from nowhere. He actually didn't expect it. I really didn't. I also.
That's more like it from the Prime Lord Esports player. Could this be the road to a comeback for him? Down by 2 goals now. We are in a 6-goal thriller, and we absolutely love it. That time, Hansen finding Neymar, but the step over there was just to wait for Mayweather to probably move the goalkeeper, and then Paada to find the open shot.
You know, you can see Mayweather actually anticipated an extra part, but you see that was very clever of Paada to come in with the step overs and exit on its right, and playing the first goal was actually, I think was the best.
Well. Surely something that time, more step overs, more stuff that Paada can handle.
You know, I think the pressure has actually gotten to Paada because I was actually hoping he could actually get his composure and try to come up. I think he was just caught up and he was rushing with attacks and all that. And some of his part, you know, he's actually a skillful player, but in this game, I'm not really seeing, that of Paada.
Well, sometimes when the pressure of ultimate battle gets to you, it's extremely difficult. Unstoppable out there. And we say countless number of times how crazy step overs are this year. And Mayweather utilizing that one to perfection. Just look at that. Getting away from his man, shifting in the direction. And at that point, you just can't do anything to stop him.
You know, talking about a step over, you know, the most important thing about step overs is your exit point.
Got into the attack a little bit more quicker, and when Mbappe is there in those positions, there's nothing you can do to stop him. The Canvic records esports player back in the mix. The step overs from Ronaldinho. This time Mbappe smashing it far post Alisson. Yes, they have any answer for him, but that's more like it from Mayweather. You called for this, and it seems like he's answered.
You see, in the first game, if you actually notice, you could see he creates lots of dangerous attacks, but he couldn't actually convert those attacks. And I'm actually seeing more of
who strikes first? Wow! Just speak of the strength from Erling Haaland bullying the likes of Maldini at the back.
This so rare actually, but I think Haaland actually has the strength, but to bully Maldini, bro, I think this so
It was.
This isn't my fate, I was chosen. Fight my whole life, I was bruised, never broken. Fought my whole life to be here, gonna